Hey everybody, welcome back to the craft room. Today I am going to show you how I fix my cable Tunisian crochet hooks. Now let me show you an example of what I have. These are some these are extended Tunisian crochet hooks. This is an example of what I have. Just a wooden thing with a long cord. I got these off of eBay long time ago. I can't tell you how long ago that I got them, but I got them with the purpose of doing the actual shawl that I am currently working on for the May challenge for Terry and Lottie's that Terry and Lottie are hosting. So the shawl that I made for my mom, and it was the first time that I made this particular Tunisian shawl pattern. Like I told you in yesterday's video, I will share that pattern and the project once I get it done. I'm getting pretty close. But what happens is, I've already fixed this one. As you can see, the ends just kind of come off. And I tried several methods, and I didn't want to just go off and buy new ones because I figured I could fix these one way or another. But I fixed this one here. As you can see, it looks a little weird. And I think I fixed at least one, maybe two other ones in this same method. As you can see, I do have my hot glue gun. I have tried super glue, and I have tried just regular Elmer's glue, which did not work. But today, while I was working on the shawl, this hook came apart. As you can see, it's just got a little nub there where the plastic tubing attaches on, and eventually that it comes undone, I guess. I don't know how they attached that originally, but yeah. And if you can see, this is I don't know if I got that right. I can't really see my screen because I have it facing down instead of up where I can see it. But this is a 10 millimeter, and this is what I'm using for the shawl. And it pretty much, I mean, you can see the crease right here, but it pretty much takes up this entire length of tubing at this point. So what I did to fix the other ones, and it actually worked. My hot glue gun's having problems over here, but I'm going to grab my scissors. Oh, goodness. So now they're on the floor. One moment. Oh goodness. I need to find a better place to put those. But this end of the tubing right here is actually a little bit too large. So what I did before is I just kind of snipped that off, which that little bit is not going to make that much of a difference. Just kind of snip that off, and we'll throw that away because I want that to be small to go back over the end of the hook like that. And then what I did was I took my hot glue gun and I pumped some hot, woo, I'm melting the end of the tube. Pumped some hot glue down into that tube like that, and then I stuck the end of my hook on it and pushed it up just a little bit. Now that little bit is not going to make that big of a difference on the hook. At least I hope not. I don't know how well you can see that, but I just kind of pushed that up, and hot glue is like down right to there. So hopefully, oops. Nope, I'm going to do it again because that's not going to stay. Well, bummer. Probably because I wallered that out with the tip of the hot glue gun. And we'll snip that again and be a little more careful this time not to melt the end of that. Pump some hot glue down in there. Better put that back on there or it'll leak. And then put that in there and just barely put the tip over the bottom of the hook. Now I'm going to squeeze that back up a little bit. I'm going to let this sit overnight. I'm not going to pull on it anymore because I actually want this to stay so that I can finish my project. If not, if it doesn't stay and in the morning it comes right off, which I have had that happen with the other ones that I fixed. I had a couple of them that were stubborn and contrary and just didn't want to cooperate at first. So all I will do is pull it off, snip it a little bit more, and pump a little more hot glue down in there and try to get the plastic tubing to stick on the needle. If this doesn't work and I can't get it to cooperate, eventually I probably will have to get some better extended Tunisian crochet hooks some fancier ones. But for now, these will do. And like I said, if I don't have to spend the money, I prefer not to. So I will let you guys know in my next video, well, my next yarny video, if this actually worked, because hopefully by that time I will actually have that shawl finished. I hope to have it finished by the first part of next week. I believe I've got about 40 more rows left, which 40 sounds like a lot, but with a big hook and being the fact that it's Tunisian crochet, it should go relatively quickly. So I want to thank you guys for joining me here in the craft room and letting me show you how I fix my Tunisian crochet hooks. See, that's already sticking. I think that'll work just fine this time, but I'm not going to use it until tomorrow. But yeah, that's, nope, it's not going to stick because that's pulling right off. Crumb. Let's try it again. Snip. This has been unplugged for a little bit, so it shouldn't be near as hot. I think it's too hot because I was sitting up here getting things ready while it was plugged in. There, hopefully that works. Third time's a charm, right? But yeah, the hot glue was a little bit warmer, even, well, I guess it was on high, but it was a little bit warmer than what I did for my previous ones. I didn't let it sit near as long, because this, normally I don't let it sit long enough to start oozing out on my little pad here. But we'll let that sit for a few minutes and see what happens. But yeah, I really hope I can do this and at least get it finished, because I want to finish this in time for the May challenge. I know, don't mess with it. Okay, that feels like that's a little better. So we're gonna leave it alone, and like I said, I'm gonna let this sit overnight, and I will check it in the morning. Make sure you check back, probably on Monday. I will share some sort of yarny video, whether I have finished projects or not. I will try and come back next Monday and share with you, and I will definitely let you know for sure whether or not this actually worked. The other ones that I have done like this have worked. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me here in the craft room for this little try and fix my hook video, and make sure you check the description box below for any information that might be important, like where else you can find me online, and I will see you right back here in the craft room for my next video.